Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Idina Batusha binti Muhammad Hirman, and my metric number is 2213154. So today, me and my partner, Iman Alia, with her metric number 2210198, will share to you about our research. And the topic for our research is influential factors on students' academic performance. So moving on to the next slide. So firstly, our DV is students' academic performance. So students' academic performance is an essential measure of an educational institution efficiency. Therefore, investigating and understanding the prominent factors influencing students' academic performance in this increasingly competitive academic environment has become essential to determine their future educational outcomes. So we have five independent variable, which is we are investigating the specific factors that are influencing students' academic performance, which is peer influence, social media usage, time management, students' personal attitude, and also study skills. So next slide. So for our industry is the higher education institution, which is they are widely recognized for spreading knowledge and revitalizing personal and also educational growth through their unique ways of teaching and also approach to students. So higher education is the phase of learning that follows secondary schools, involving university, college, and also other institutions that offer post-secondary degrees and various types of certificates. So in this stage, actually these institutions allow informational growth among students and encourage them to develop a critical thinking, innovation, and specialized knowledge, and all of which are essential to affecting an individual or student's future. Moving on to the next slides. So now we have our problem statement here, which is being divided by two, which is for our DB and IB. So for our DB, available statistics shows that there is a large gap of varied performance among students, and therefore a need arises for research into the causes of such differences in academic performance. And moving on to peer influence, so peers are often associated with wrong decisions, rebellion, humor fluctuations. So there is a lack of studies that shows the positive influence peers offer to an individual or students. Next slide. So for the problem statement for social media usage, so there is actually lack of in-depth investigation on social media usage since many researchers seen that students engage with campus lives carrying around their mobile phone and gadgets and devices and concluded that these students are utilizing gadgets for various purposes unrelated to learning. And for time management, there are actually still many students who do not understand the synergy in effort to achieve students' academic performance. So judging from the important role of time management in achieving academic achievements, this is wide concern to researcher, which is to conduct research related to how to achieve academic performance through the application of time management. And next, we also have problem statement for personal attitude and also study skills. So for personal attitude, so students' behavior towards learning can vary and it is very distinctive. So there are many reasons that encourage students' learning style and attitude, and it resulting to various level of achievements and also performance. And lastly, what we have here is the study skills that we can see that based on the past research that they found that study skills and academic performance do not necessarily go hand in hand. And even though many students who is very good at their studying are unable to maintain their expected academic records and thus perform poorly in their academics. So that's all for the problem statement. And now we are moving on to the research objective and also research questions. So we have two research objectives, which is to identify the possible factors of tertiary level students' academic performance and to investigate the extent to which of these factors actually affect tertiary level students' academic performance. And for our RQ, we have to argue, which is what are the potential factors that influence tertiary level students' academic performance, and to what extent do these factors affect tertiary level students' academic performance? And that's all for our RO and also RQ. So now moving on to literature review, which is the definition. So we have five definitions here, which is firstly peer influence. So peer influence is a peer group influence in persuading an individual to alter a student's attitudes, values, or conduct in order to match up the group standards to match up the group standard. So that is what it means by peer influence. Next, we have time management, which is it involves deliberately organizing and managing the amount of time spent on particular tasks in order to become more productive. And the next one is social media usage, which is social media may be used to enhance student capacity for self-directing learning. So by using pre-existing online data or working with others who share their interests for both formal and also informal activities. And we also have students' attitude, which is students' attitude are the emotional and cognitive approaches a student demonstrate in an academic situation such as a class or subject. And lastly, study skills, which is study skills are a mix of study techniques and abilities, and they are described as many individual behaviors related to studying. I think that's all from me. Now we're going to pass the presentation to Sister Imanali.
All right, moving on to our conceptual framework. We have our independent variables consist of 5 factors, and we discovered that all of these factors are potential factors to our DV, which is students' academic performance. And then next is our methodology. We settled on correlational research design because it measures the relationship between variables. And in this case, we are examining the relationship between the factors and students' academic performance. Next, in this study, tertiary students will be our population because during this phase, academic achievement have a significant impact on their motivation, determination, and sense of self. And in this study, we are implementing purposive sampling technique because we are specifically looking for tertiary students' view on this matter. And lastly, after calculating the sample needed in G-power, we will have a total of 98 respondents. For our data collection procedure, we will spread Google Form mainly via WhatsApp, Instagram, and Telegram to tertiary students aged 18 and above. And for our research instrument, we will provide Likert scale questionnaires, and it will be divided into 3. The first section, section A, will consist of the student's background and demographic, such as age, type of institutions, and so on. Section B will consist of the questions that are associated to the DV or the factors. And then lastly, for section C, we will provide questions regarding the DV, which is students' academic performance. And that is all from us. Thank you very much.